This Tanko mobile video is sponsored by HipChat.
Hey, it's Tanko, and I'm here with John Absmeyer, the director of Delphi Labs at South by Southwest 2015. Hi, John.
Hi, how you doing, Mary?
I'm good. So we've got an Audi here. It's a, what, SQ5, is that right?
That's right, 2015 SQ5.
And you've done things to it.
Correct.
Terribly awesome things.
Fun things.
Tell us a little bit about what you've changed in this car.
Sure. So the car has about 20 sensors. Around the periphery we have radar. Actually, as I mentioned earlier, Delphi's got production radar systems. They're hiding behind the fascias of the car here.
Yep.
We've sold over 2 million of those to 8 or 9 different car makers around the world. So they're production, automotive grade, tested, and already out in the market. We also have some research grade sensors, which are LiDARs or laser scanners, and those are hidden behind the screen there.
I noticed those right away. What else you got that's sticking out? Cameras?
Up in the windshield we have forward vision, and it's using a combination. One is a production grade vision system that's used for things like lane detection, sign detection, and even pedestrian detection. The other camera that you see in the windscreen is actually an HD camera, and that's used for traffic light recognition.
Cool. I saw some changes behind the grille. Am I right?
You are right, yeah. So there's also, at each corner and front and back, there is a radar and a LiDAR. So there's roughly 6 of each around the car.
Okay.
And they're all co-located.
And you are using the ultrasonic sensors that were part of the car in any way?
We are not using them for anything other than the traditional park assist. We're not using them for automated features. In fact, Delphi has radar technology that allows us to displace ultrasonics by changing the range at which the radars look. So in this case, we can look long distance or short distance.
Very short distance.
We use radar for that purpose.
Cool.
So this is a simulation of an automated driving experience, and what we've done is we've collected data in Silicon Valley with the sensors on the car and run the video back through the computer that's on the static demo so that you see the steering wheel go, you see the gear shift move, and you understand that the car, what it will do in a real automated driving situation. You can also see the confidence display, we call it, which gives you situational awareness about what's going on 360 degrees around the vehicle so that you know at any time the car is doing what it's supposed to and you feel safe and comfortable.
Cool. And so because my audience is like me, a bunch of tech nerds, we've talked about all the tech, but
sure.
Tell me really what this is all about. You guys are doing something nobody's done before with this car.
We are embarking on a cross-country road trip, the first and the longest trip coast to coast in the US. So we will set out from San Francisco on March 22nd. You can watch us on Delphi Drive progress throughout the country, and we'll end up in New York in time for the New York Auto Show in early April.
Sweet. So that's pretty awesome. Nobody's really done anything. I think the closest thing has been Audi doing San Francisco to Las Vegas for CES this year, right?
Right, yeah.
So you're really trying to push it. Let's get in the car maybe, and
sure,
you can show me some stuff in there.
Let's have a demo.
Hey Ryan, how's it going? So we're inside the car now, and Ryan's going to take charge of kind of showing us around a little bit. So, you know, it looks to me pretty much like a regular SQ5 so far. There's some new controls on the steering wheel. Can you tell me about this a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So we'll see how these work later. It's basically your stock steering wheel. We've added a button here that says Delphi Drive.
Okay.
You'll see how that works when the driver needs to interact with the car to tell it when they're ready to take control if we want to go from an automated mode to a manual mode, for example.
And so that's actually a pretty big challenge. I want you to tell me what you can about that.
Yeah, sure. Well, maybe I can show you.
Sure, that'd be great.
We'll start a scenario here. As John has mentioned, this car plays back drives that we've done in our Silicon Valley office. So this is part of your normal commute home, something everybody experiences in their day. So this imagines the near future.
Wow.
You'll see the actual steering wheel and stock and everything will move.
Sure.
This imagines the near future
Your exit ahead in 1.5 miles. Prepare to take control.
Highway driving capability, but we're going to want to return control to the driver as we exit the highway onto the city streets. So the key points here are that we want to make sure the driver is ready to take control. And that's where our modifications come in. So you'll see we have our driver camera. Delphi
Prepare to take control.
A driver monitoring system, which is watching the driver to make sure you have your eyes ahead. And we also have sensors in the steering wheel to make sure that you have your hand on the wheel. And then also the Delphi Drive button, we noticed already, which
Delphi
you actually need to actively say you're ready.
Take control.
Wow, vibration, haptic feedback in my butt, just so you know. Because everybody's going to go, what are you talking about?
Now you're going to start feeling, and you've noticed the lights on the dash here turn color.
Yeah.
Since we're playing back a recorded scenario, you can't actually take control.
I don't have to worry about it.
Right, but you're going to see
now.
the alerts get more and more aggressive. John's feeling it in the back too, so hopefully everybody in the car is saying, hey, 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 grab the wheel, what are you doing?
Wow, yeah.
So this is really to start the conversation, though, right?
Yeah,
About how,
for sure.
what are the different use cases and models that you can employ?
So I didn't take charge, so it's pulling me over, basically.
Right.
Wow, this is very, very cool. And so this is the camera pod you were talking about for driver attention and... Correct? Right. There's a little HD camera back here. It was quite a bit of time you gave me between the initial take the wheel to the actual pull over emergency stop because I didn't do anything. And so I'm actually surprised that I figured it was going to be like 5 or 10 seconds, but it was really like more like, what, 30, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. And so the other way around, can you show me how that would work? Like the, me telling the car I want to go autonomous, basically. I'm driving, I'm in charge.
Sure.
Do I just push the Delphi button, basically? Is that how it works?
Yeah, basically you would push the button to switch the car into automated mode. It'll indicate whether or not it's available.
Do you have that as a demo?
Well, so what we have is our actual valet pickup, so I'll run through that. You'll see John in the video here is going to use our Delphi Connect app, which is Delphi Connect is our aftermarket consumer system, which plugs into the OBD port. In this case, it uses cell connection to call the car. We have valet pickup enabled in our parking lot.
Sweet.
In Mountain View. So
I'm just going to keep the camera on the controls a little bit because it's really interesting.
Please scan your finger.
Haha, you have a fingerprint scanner as well. Oh, there it is.
Sure. The reason we show this is to talk about security.
Gotcha.
And how when you have an automated vehicle, you're going to require, some level of control.
Would the key fob be good enough for that if the person's got the key fog on them, like a normal car today, or do you think, because that seems a little, I guess you can turn that on or off.
Possibly.
Right?
There's advantages and disadvantages to different methods, right? I mean, the idea here is so that, your kid, little Johnny or whoever, can't take the key fob and ask to go to grandma's house.
Oh, that's a good point. Idea. You got to think of that. Oh my God, things you don't have to think about today.
Exactly right.
No, that's really interesting because it brings up, again, like this is all this cultural and, legal stuff around self-driving cars that's just kind of coming to light now that we just never thought of. I mean, you guys clearly have been thinking of. Cool. Well, listen, I think this is a pretty good video and demo. I really appreciate you walking me through some of it, and that kind of like the transition thing was really interesting because it's the first time I've actually ever experienced anything like it. Sure. Nobody, I don't think, really knows how that's going to work, and so I'm glad I'm going to be able to show my viewers this. Thanks so much for both your times and showing me the car. I'm here at South by Southwest. This is Tank Girl signing off. Cheers.